I remember the feeling that we were getting into uncharted waters. We knew that pandemics were a possibility, but finding ourselves into one, it was a whole different thing. In a matter of just a few weeks, our lives and routines had to change entirely. We started hearing about friends and relatives getting sick. Everyone had to change their plans, big and small. Work went digital, family reunions got postponed. But I think we also refocused on what truly matters in life. Family, first of all, and health. But also the importance of nature in our life and solidarity with our neighbors in need. We realize that as human beings, we are all together in this one world, one global community, and this is something that we should always keep in mind.
And what did you witness as the human response to the pandemic in your country?
Well, people went above and beyond to support one another. Some started buying groceries for their elderly neighbors, and we saw volunteers cooking free meals for the homeless. University students helped younger kids with distant learning. Everyone tried to help the best they could. And solidarity crossed national borders, particularly here in Europe. So, for example, hospitals started to take in patients from the hardest hit countries, or doctors from Poland and Romania traveled to Italy to support their colleagues in need. This had a huge impact, including on the political debate. I mean, at the start of the crisis, too many leaders took a my country first approach, and I mean here in Europe too. But the people of Europe showed us there was another way, a better way. And so we started taking care of one another in Europe and globally.
And what you witnessed in this extraordinary time changed your perspective as a world leader?
I have always felt a global citizen. I've always believed that we are one global community. And this pandemic has made my belief even stronger. We are one world, and we must unite to defeat the virus. And when it comes to vaccines, it's not a race among nations. It's a race between humanity and the virus. We must be faster than the pandemic, all of us, all nations of Earth. Should the virus continue to spread, even only in one continent or one region, other variants may emerge. And this could restart the vicious cycle around the world. So only if we vaccinate enough people in every country will we stop the pandemic. And this is why Team Europe is so far the largest donor to COVAX, the global initiative to buy vaccines for low-income countries. Thanks to COVAX, vaccines are now reaching some of the most fragile places on Earth. COVAX has started delivering to war-torn countries like Yemen and to 34 African countries, for example. But to vaccinate the whole world, more resources and more doses are needed. And this is what brings us together today, reunite the world with vaccines for all.
What have you personally missed during the pandemic?
My family. I live here in Brussels, and they are in Germany and around the world. And we try to meet virtually all together once a week, but it's not the same as being in the same place and being able to hug each other. We are a big family. My husband and I, we have 7 children. And last month, we were blessed with our first granddaughter. And you can imagine, for every mother, your daughter's first pregnancy is such a special and unique moment. So it was hard to be far from her and my granddaughter and to only see her on a screen, but all went well. And for me, it feels like a miracle that a new life is born even in the midst of such suffering.
And finally, what is your personal reason for getting the vaccine?
I have just received my first jab, and I'm so thankful for this. Vaccines are the way for all of us to get our lives back. And as a mother and a grandmother, I want to protect my family and to hug them again. But as a trained medical doctor, I also trust science. So finally, as a political leader, I think it is my duty to send a message to other people who have not decided yet whether they will get vaccinated. Vaccines work and vaccines are safe. So rolling up your sleeves and to get a shot is an individual responsibility. We should all get vaccinated for ourselves, for our beloved ones, and for our community. So when you're called to get vaccinated, say yes to vaccines.
What wish and message do you want to send to the world?
We will end this pandemic, but we must all do our part. Governments must invest so that vaccines can reach all countries in the world. Businesses and corporations can donate dollars for doses to help protect health workers in poor countries. And beyond that, everyone has something to contribute. Wear a mask, keep social distancing, and if you have the possibility to get vaccinated, just do it. Do it for yourself and for your loved ones. And that's how we can all do our bit to end this pandemic.